Good evening, everyone, and welcome. And thank you for coming out tonight to support, and I'll use our short name here, the Northwestern University Alzheimer's Disease Center and our special guest, Jason Boschan. Our relationship with Jason started about a year ago when he came to us because his grandfather was diagnosed with a disease called Primary Progressive Aphasia, and I'll refer to that as PPA. Now, in layperson's terms, Primary Progressive Aphasia is a dementia which affects the language network. So, I'm sure everybody here has heard of Alzheimer's disease, and Alzheimer's disease attacks your memory. You can think of primary progressive aphasia as kind of a similar disease, but it goes after your language network instead of your memory. Now, in order to honor his grandfather, Jason decided to run the Great Wall of China Marathon coming up in May. And to put that in perspective, running the Great Wall of China Marathon would be like walking out of this brewery, running over to the Sears Tower, running up the Sears Tower, coming down, jogging over to the Hancock, running up the Hancock, coming down, and then running up to our campus in Evanston and coming back to this brewery. So that really kind of shows his dedication not only to his grandfather, Dr. Papa Heyman, but also to this cause of raising awareness and funds for research for primary progressive aphasia. So this is our chance as the Northwestern's Alzheimer's Disease Center to basically say thank you to Jason for everything you've done to raise funds for research for our center. And without further ado, I'd like to turn the microphone over to Jason Boschan.
Thank you, Kevin. First and foremost, thank you all for coming here. This is very overwhelming, considering where we started and now just looking at a room full of people who come here to support this cause in Northwestern University for primary progressive aphasia. Be remiss if I didn't thank Kevin and Christine and Megan for putting all this together. A lot of time and effort went into this, so if we could give them another hand, it's just amazing to put together. I'll be brief, but I just wanted to say a lot of people have asked how this started, so I just want to tell you a quick story. If you've heard it already, I'm sorry. But this all started last year when I had finished the New York City Marathon, and I was walking back to my brother's apartment in Manhattan, and he goes, "Jason, there's something I want to tell you, but I'm afraid you're going to do it." I was like, "All right, Jared, what is it?" And he goes, "I heard there's a half marathon on the Great Wall of China." I said, "Okay, I'm interested." And I did some research, and I found out there was a half and a full marathon. So I knew that I wanted to run it, and I knew that what had been going on with my grandfather was very debilitating, and we didn't know anything about it until we were told what the disease was. So my idea was to bring more awareness and raise research to help bring this disease to more of a forefront. And I had found out that Northwestern was the #1 facility in the world for primary progressive aphasia research. So, and we have Dr. Messerlum here, who is the founder and person who first identified the disease, who runs the CNADC, so thank you so much for coming. And giving me the platform to do this, because what I thought would be a good idea was to have the #1 research facility as credibility, partner it up with an extreme marathon like the Great Wall of China, so one way or the other, money was and awareness was generated through fundraising and medical research and runners and people who just thought this was downright crazy. That's all right, because some of you are here supporting me, so I appreciate that. But I just wanted to say thank you, and this has been a crazy journey so far. We appreciate you coming and enjoying yourselves and introducing me to people who I've heard of over emails and strangers who I've never met. So I really appreciate it. And something I put together that we're going to throw on is a 3-minute video that I filmed out in Charlotte to just help create more awareness for the cause. And you know, people with PPA, they struggle sometimes to communicate. And I thought this would be a creative and unique idea on how to present this on more of a national front for people that knew nothing about this disease. So if your eyes are good, you can stand back there. If your eyes have been aging a little bit like mine, come up front and you'll see why in a moment. So thank you so much for coming, and please enjoy the rest of your night.
I'd also like to mention, Jason's being a little humble, but this video that he put together actually won first prize in his company's charity contest, and they donated $1,000 to this cause. So.
Last night was absolutely incredible. We had a tremendous fundraiser for the Cognitive Neurology and Alzheimer's Disease Center out at Rock Bottom, and I never got the chance to do a wrap-up last night because it was just too hectic and there were too many things going on at the end, and when we were done I just wanted to go out and have a drink. So tonight I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody that came. We had an amazing, eclectic crew of people. We had Dr. Mesulum, who's the director of the CNADC, the man who first identified primary progressive aphasia, show up. We had people who I've known since first grade out in the Windy City show up. We had total strangers who had been following the cause from day one that I'd never met before from Facebook and Twitter, or people that just came across the site show up. We had a couple people that ran the Great Wall of China Marathon come to our event, and that was really interesting to pick their brains. So thank you very much, Shannon and Matt, for that. My parents drove in from Michigan, which is always nice to see. And then we had some people whose families had family members diagnosed with PPA. And I got to meet some of them in person, and then unfortunately there were also people who had family members pass away from PPA. And I had an opportunity to interact and hear their stories, and it was just an amazing night. And I'm just so happy, and I want to say thank you to everyone that came. We raised a lot of good money for medical research, and there was plenty of food, plenty of drinks, a silent auction, a raffle, and most importantly, thank you so much to the team at CNADC for putting on just such a remarkable fundraiser in such short notice. So, once again, in Chicago in the Windy City, celebrating a great event, and I'm proud to be a part of it. So, thanks so much, and we'll see you at the next one.